Close your eyes for a second. Think about the last time you heard a song that made you feel like love was actually possible. Not complicated love, not difficult. The kind that feels inevitable. The kind that sounds like a warm room on a cold night. There's a very good chance, wherever you were, whatever age you were, that voice belonged to Peabo Bryson. And right now, that voice belongs to a 75-year-old man in a hospital bed in Atlanta. He suffered a stroke on May 28, 2026. His family is asking for privacy. His fans are sending prayers. And the music, the songs that have lived inside decades of human moments, is playing everywhere, people. This is his story, and it deserves to be told fully. Peabo Bryson was born Robert Peabo Bryson in Greenville, South Carolina in 1951. He has lived in the metro Atlanta area for over 5 decades. Atlanta claimed him. He claimed it back. For a career that has spanned more than 4 decades, he became something specific and irreplaceable in American music. Not a rock star, not a pop icon in the flashiest sense, something quieter and more lasting. The balladeer. The voice you chose for the moments that mattered. The voice that understood that love, real love, the kind worth singing about, deserves a certain kind of tenderness in its delivery. He was still performing as recently as early May 2026, still on stage, still giving audiences the voice they came for. And then on Thursday, May 28th, he suffered a stroke. His representatives confirmed the news on May 31. His family released a statement asking for privacy while welcoming the thoughts and prayers of fans. No specific details about the severity of his condition. That information belongs to his family. And this script will not speculate about what we don't know. What we can do, what feels right to do, is tell the story of what this man built, of what that voice. Why the outpouring of love since the news broke has been so immediate and so genuine. There are artists who are known within their genre, and then there are artists whose work escapes every boundary and becomes part of the shared cultural air that everyone breathes. Peabo Bryson crossed that line twice in the same decade, with 2 of the most beloved songs in the history of animated film. In 1991, Beauty and the Beast with Celine Dion. That song won the Academy Award for Best Original Song. It was nominated for a Grammy. It became one of the defining romantic ballads of an era, and it has never stopped being played at weddings, at proms, at moments when people are trying to say something about love that they can't quite find words for on their own. 2 years later, 1992, A Whole New World with Regina Belle from Aladdin. Another Academy Award. Another Grammy. Another song that embedded itself in the emotional memory of an entire generation, and then the generation after that, and the one after that, because Disney songs have a specific kind of immortality. About what those 2 songs represent in terms of reach. Every child who grew up watching those films, every adult who took their child to see those films, every couple who danced to one of those songs at a moment that mattered to them. Peabo Bryson's voice is in all of those moments. That is not a metaphor. That is literally true. He sang the songs that played during some of the most emotionally significant moments in millions of people's lives. He did it with a voice that never called attention to itself, that served the song, served the moment, served the listener, rather than demanding to. That is a specific and rare kind of artistry. The Disney chapters, as iconic as they are not the beginning of the Peabo Bryson story. They are the moment the wider world caught up to something that R&B audiences had known for years. Throughout the late 1970s and 1980s, Bryson was building a catalog of duets and solo recordings that defined the romantic soul genre. Tonight, I celebrate my love with Roberta Flack, a song that became a standard that is played at more intimate moments than anyone could count. If Ever You're in My Arms Again, Can You Stop the Rain? A discography of songs that understood their assignment, which was to make people feel something real about love and longing, and the specific ache of caring about another. He recorded with some of the finest voices in contemporary music. He brought out something in his duet partners, a warmth, a tenderness, that you can hear in every collaboration, and he did all of it with consistency and a quality that is genuinely rare in any. Not one defining moment, not a flash of brilliance followed by a long decline, decades of it, album after album, tour after tour, still performing in May 2026 at 75 years old, still giving audiences the voice they came for. This is not the first time Peabo Bryson's health has frightened them. In April 2019, he suffered a mild heart attack at his home in Marietta, Georgia. The news at the time prompted the same immediate outpouring that his stroke announcement has produced, because the connection people feel to this music is not passive. It is personal. The songs are embedded in real memories. When the person who made them is in danger, the response is not abstract concern. It is something closer to fear, about losing a part of your own history. But Bryson recovered, fully. He returned to touring. He returned to recording. He returned to the stage. That recovery, and the years of continued performance that followed it, matter as context for this moment. He has navigated serious health challenges before and come back to the work. The stroke he suffered on May 28th is a different challenge. Strokes vary enormously in their severity and their long-term effects. Without the specific medical details his family has chosen not to release, and appropriately so, it is not possible or responsible to speculate about what his recovery looks like or what his timeline might be. What is possible to say is this: he has been here before. He has come back before, and the world very much wants him to come back again. Here's what the response to Peabo Bryson's hospitalization actually reveals. It reveals the specific, personal, irreplaceable role that certain artists play in the emotional lives of the people who grew up with their music. The songs Peabo Bryson recorded are not background music. They are the music people chose for the foreground of their lives, for the moments they wanted to remember, for the moments they wanted to mark. Beauty and the Beast at a wedding, A Whole New World is a lullaby. Tonight, I celebrate my love at a restaurant on an anniversary. Those are real moments, real memories, and the voice at the center of them is lying in a hospital in Atlanta right now. That is why the outpouring is so immediate, so genuine, so personal. People are not just sending well wishes to a famous person, they are sending well wishes to the voice that was present at some of the most important moments of their lives. That is a different kind of love. And Peabo Bryson has earned it, not through spectacle or controversy or the machinery of celebrity, but through 4 decades of showing up and singing with everything he had. The family has asked for privacy. That request will be honored here and should be honored everywhere. No details about the severity of the stroke have been released. Updates, when they come, will come from his team on his family's timeline. What fans can do, what the statement specifically welcomed, is send thoughts and prayers. Hold the music, play the songs, let the people closest to him know that the world is thinking. The music, in the meantime, is still there. Every recording he made is still accessible. Every duet, every ballad, every song that played during a moment someone needed to feel something true about love. That catalog is complete regardless of what comes next. It exists, it will continue to exist, and it will keep doing what it has always done, arriving at the right moment, in the right room, and saying what people couldn't find words for on their own. There is a specific quality to the voice of Peabo Bryson that is almost impossible to describe without just playing the music. It is warm, it is unhurried. It carries a certainty about the emotions it is expressing, not arrogance, but conviction. The conviction of someone who genuinely believes in the thing they are singing about: love, connection. The particular tenderness of wanting someone to know they are seen and cherished. He has been singing that truth for over 4 decades. He was on stage in early May, giving audiences everything he had at 75 years old. And now he is resting in a hospital in Atlanta, with his family around him, with the prayers of millions who grew up with his voice in their ears and his music in their most important moments. The family has asked for privacy. Fans are giving him love anyway, the way you give love to someone who gave so much of it first. If you know his music, go back and listen today. Beauty and the Beast, A Whole New World. Tonight, I celebrate my love. Let the music do what it has always done. And send a prayer for the man who made it. Let me know what you think.